Constitution. Okay. Now, some constructive criticisms have been given over here, which say that when it was formed, that time the women, the enslaved people, and most Native Americans, they had no political property rights. Okay. No property test curtailed many poor men, even without, they didn't even give them the voting rights. So these rights were totally discriminatory, because later we have seen that it was Abraham Lincoln, okay, and we have seen the example of Rosa Parks, who fight for the rights of the black women. Slavery, still it remained illegal by that time. Compromises protected it and counted the enslaved people as 3/5 for the representation. Westward expansion. Now understand that all these people were living, mostly the colonies was built in the eastward part of the North American continent, because it is said that in the west part already some natives, original aboriginals like red Indians were staying there. But now what happened, the development moves towards the westward parts, which is the Texan, Oregon and the Mexican. It raised new conflicts over the extending of the slavery. Okay, we'll see northern states and southern states. Southern states of America will be facing a lot of slavery, and these both states will be having a conflict. This we will see in American Civil War. Tensions the revolution did not resolve. Again, the loyalists, they faced exile, loss of property. Apart from this, the Native Americans, I have just discussed the red American lands, they were increasingly encroached upon. Okay. So understand over here that what is the American Constitution? Let's very quickly see. Criticism we have seen. Let's see what are the core feature of the American Constitution over here. The first thing that we notice over here is that there is sovereignty of the people. What does it mean? It says we the people, right? The authority comes from the masses. Second thing we notice here is Republican society, means there will be no monarchy, there will be no nobility. Instead, there will be a elected head who is known as the President of America. Is it clear? Third thing, the powers were divided between the nation and the state government equally. I have already mentioned what kind of federal system they had. They had indestructible union of indestructible states. It is not easy to break away or to it is not easy to break away this the state to break away from the union, or the either ways vice versa. But in India, what do we notice? That it is indestructible union of destructible states. Okay. Separation of power in legislature, executive and judiciary. There is check of balance. How it is maintained? Via veto. You can veto. Itne mein se these people are there, you can veto out someone. Impeachment of the judiciary of the president, somebody who is found to be corrupt. Conception of judicial review. It had started during this time. Okay. Written rights or the Bill of Rights. India has taken the conception of written constitution from the British constitution. We have seen in speech, press, religion, due process. No taxation without representation. Okay, taxation by elected legislatures only. There was religious liberty, which means there was no national church. Now, this means that there is a conception of total secularism in the state. The state and the religion are totally separated. Okay, now let's very quickly see over here the US Constitution, how it is an Enlightenment document.